Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your water supply. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Frigidaire refrigerator water filter base. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new water filter base. The water filter base is what the water filter presses into. The main reasons you'll be changing it out is if the O-rings have gone bad and it's leaking, or the locking device has failed and your water filter is not locking in. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the refrigerator door. Once you have the door open, we have to remove the water filter. All you have to do is press the button to release it, and you can pull it out and set it aside. With the water filter out, we have to remove this cover that covers up the water lines. So we're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver to take out the screw that holds it up. Once you have the screw taken out, we're going to pull down on the back of this cover. That'll release the tabs that lock into the front up here, and then we can pull the cover out and set it aside. Now we're ready to take off the water filters from the water base. We're going to lay a towel down because we're probably going to get some water that comes out when we disconnect these lines. You want to remember when you're taking these water lines off that the tan one is on the right and the white one is on the left. We're going to take a small wrench and go over these lines and press up against these blue release collars and press them towards the water filter base, and then you can pull the water lines out. Once you have the water lines out, we can remove these 2 Phillips screws and take the filter base out. Now we have to drop this console down so we can take the filter base out. We're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver and remove the 5 screws that hold it in. Now that we have all the screws out, we can carefully lower the control assembly down. Once you have it lowered down, we can take out the screws so we can remove the actuator arm that unlocks the filter. Once you have the screws out, the release bar is going to come forward. Once it goes forward, then we're going to press on the back of the filter base so it comes into this little cavity. And then we're going to rotate it so we can unhook the release arm right there. Once you have it unhooked, you can take the filter base out of the fridge. Make sure you don't drop the release lever. There's nothing else holding it in. Here's the old water filter base next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new water filter base in, we're going to grab the release lever and feed it up into the opening. Once you have it in there, we're going to tilt it up and position the filter base like it would normally be sitting. And then we're going to lock it to the release lever. Once you have it locked on there, we can rotate it down and push the water filter lines, connectors, up through those tabs like they were before. And then we can put the caps and the screws on that hold the release lever into place. Once you have the caps in place, we can push the filter base back and snap the lever in, and you want to make sure that it is attached and releases the filter like it should. Once you have that reinstalled, we can lift this assembly back up and use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put those 5 screws back in. To make it easier to get this screw in, you want to put the screw through so you can kind of see it come through the back opening, and then lift the assembly up and then put the screw in. Now we can use a Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in that hold the filter base to the frame. If you have to, you can grab the little outlets on the back and line up the screw holes. Once you have both screws in, we can reattach the water lines. Remember, the tan colored one went on the outside connection. All you have to do is push these in. You'll feel them stop, and then push it a little bit more so they go past the O-ring and bottom out into the fitting. Once you have them bottomed out into the filter base, we can put the cover back over the water lines. To put the cover in, there's two locking tabs that have to go up into the housing, so you'll want to line those up at the openings and push them into place. Once you have the tabs in, you can lift the back of the housing up and snap it into place. Once you have the cover up all the way, we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screw in to hold it down. Now that we have the cover back in place, we can put the water filter back into the housing. To put the water filter back in, all you have to do is line it up with the opening and push it back into place so it locks in. Now that we have the part installed, we can close the refrigerator door, turn the water back on, plug it back in, and make sure it starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.